सो मुझे क्या लगता है, एक इंजीनियर्स को ऐसा होना चाहिए जो प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सके, अ पर्सन हु कैन सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स, बिकॉज as we can see in US, as we see, we use Facebook in our mobile, we use Instagram in our mobile, we we even use WhatsApp in our mobile. That is the biggest platforms. Those are biggest platforms that can you know they can change everything if they stop only for 1 minute. But on the other way, forget about it. On the other way, when we see the top 10 richest person of the world, we see most of the persons are from America. Why? And why they shift to America? Because America gives us opportunity where we can they promote entrepreneurship. If a person is coming with a great idea, they gives funding to them. But in India, most of the things in college, in university, even in IIMs, when they study MBA from top university of the India, they even don't think about entrepreneurship. Most of the engineers who graduates from IIT, they also think, they don't think about entrepreneurship. They only think about to get the biggest placement, to get biggest job in Microsoft, in Google, in any other industry or top performing companies. But we graduate from IIT, the second toughest exam to get admission in that college. But we have brain, we have so much mentality, but why we cannot do anything? The reason is that in India, the environment, we can say our environment is not like that, who promotes that promote our you know entrepreneurship skills. Yeah, there are some entrepreneurship schemes are uh, that are being run by government, but we have, if we want to become uh, you know if we want to go to the level of America and China, I mean to say that we compete economically from America and China. But when we compare our per, per capita income of India and America and China, we will see the base, the huge difference between these two. If we say, let us say, I'm not offending anyone, but in India, but I am just clearing things that is happening around me, and I can notice is that we have seen many problems in India, but the solution is that we have something family business, Adani, Ambani. I'm not saying they don't think about tech, they don't think about anything, but one thing we have to think that after graduation we will have to think about entrepreneurship skills, because when we think and we make our mind and train our mind to think like a genius, like an entrepreneur, then only we can increase our per capita income. Because the more we make business, the more person we can join them, we can create a team, a big team that can develop anything in the world, and we can lead the entire world, like America, the China, and the other countries like Japan and all others. We are competing economically to those, but when we compare our GDP per capita income, yes, Pradhan Mantri Modi says, I'm not offending anyone, as I said in the earlier, but when we compare our per capita income from America and from India, we will see that America and China are here and we are here. But there is a huge difference between these two, because economically when we see, our India is growing, but the top 10 leaders of India, like Adani, Ambani, and all other 10 people of the list of top 10 richest men in the India, we will see, if they don't work for 5 days, our total economy will collapse, because they control most of the part of GDP. But in America, yeah, there are so many things in America too, where if they don't work, America will also collapse. But there are small business, there are big businesses too. If big businesses work slow, then small businesses will force them. And I don't think in India, small businesses, we in India, I'm not offending anyone as I said, but in India, small businesses means we will open our store, we will open our shops, we will open our thela. This is in India, they think they are doing business, but business they are, but that is not business. That is, uh, that is self-employment. They are giving employment to them, herself or himself. But business, when you develop a business means when you are running company, you have developed a surrounding you have developed environment, you have developed an environment in yourself of so many peoples, and you are the one who leads all the team. And one more thing in business, you have created something that can influence the entire area, the entire state, entire industry, and of course, entire world. Because when you influence the entire world, one thing happens, we will be able to know our country name from others country as well. Because as we can see, most of the things we use is that comes most of the things that we use come from America, Japan, China, and all other countries who is performing very well economically, but they are not good in GDP. In matlab they are not, I mean, they are not coming in top performing economy, but they are performing very well as compared to India in per capita income, because per capita income creates very big impact on India's economy or in any other country's economy. We have seen that the average salary of an Indian is annual salary. I'm not talking about monthly salary. I'm talking about annual salary, that is approximately less than 2 lakhs. And in America, we can see on Google, we can do Google. Those people have big salary and other things. But in India, when we think about per capita income, we comes here. But when it comes to global GDP, we come here. The difference is huge. If we want to cover these differences, we must do one thing, and that is entrepreneurship mindset. When we develop our mindset like an entrepreneur, the world and our per capita income will increase drastically, and we can lead in India. We can say we can become Vishwaguru. This is the huge impact we can create by creating our mind to think like an entrepreneurship. By the way, I'm Shubham. I presented a small idea that I can think in my brain. But if I offended someone, please forgive me. This is the one thing that I can think, that I could think. Next time I will perform myself more better, more creative, and I will think more good. And this is the last thing I wanted to say, that global GDP you are influencing in global GDP is not the thing. If you are in good at your per capita income, then we can say your country is growing, because per capita income is saying that per family has this an average salary, because average salary is most important thing to develop our country. If we go to America and China, we will see they have so developed their country by creating entrepreneurship mindset, and they lead the entire world. We can say America and China are the leaders of the world. If they don't work and they take riots for one day only, our whole economy will collapse down, and India and any more other countries will not be able to do anything. I'm not saying that they will not, you know, they will not. They will not try to perform very well, but China and America are the two countries where most of the worlds are dependent on them. If we want like them, so one thing we will have to develop, and that is, I said earlier, it was entrepreneurship mindset. Because when we see cheap things, because their labor working are very professional, I'm not saying, or we can't say that manufacturing, most of the manufacturing happens in China,